you to tonight's podcast. This episode is with Trey Bailey, professional wrestler, man. We're going to get into it, tell his story, his journey, and you know, how he got into the game and a little backstory. So, first of all, I want to introduce everybody. It's Trey, my man.
Yo,
Trey.
what's going on?
What's happening, brother?
How you?
We got Menace D.
What's going on?
Menace in the
What's
house
happening?
tonight.
What's happening?
So we're gonna get right into it, man. Have a little conversation, man. You know, the show's about people starting from the bottom, 302. So it's about the journey, man. And this young fella here, you know, I know a bit of his journey, but you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna let him get into it and tell you about his journey. So first off, we wanna ask you about your upbringing, man, and you know what I'm saying, like childhood up until your schooling, bro. Give us a little bit about it.
I was born here in Delaware. Like I said, I grew up in Millsboro, and I came to Seaford in my teenage years. And then I've been here, I guess, ever since. You know, then I left, went to PA for a little while. Then I came back. Then I went and joined the Army. Then I hurt my hand or whatever, so got a general discharge from that. So I just was floating around in Delaware, you know.
Okay. So, you know, as far as in school, what type of kid was you, man? What type of kid was you growing up, like in the household? You know what I'm saying? Give us the dynamics.
I would laugh because if my mom was here, she always tell people I was mischievous.
Mama Banks.
Yeah, Mama Banks. Shout out to you, Mom. I love you. You know, thanks for having me. You know, but like I said, she would always say I was mischievous and probably the adventurous one out of me and my brother.
I mean, you see my facial expression. I know y'all little can't see.
Right,
You know
that's
what I'm saying? We
saying.
growing up,
You
so
know,
you know what I mean? I don't know. To me,
We out there on the bikes and Concord, you know what I'm saying, riding wheelies, you know, playing basketball, you know.
he was to me, he was kind of like a laid back, quiet kid. But I mean, still, you never, you know what I mean? You don't really know what's going on. I just seen you when you was out and about, and you was a little younger than us. So, you know
But
what
see,
I'm
that's the
saying?
thing. See, I was bad Banks back then, you
Right.
know.
I
You
got
only
you.
saw one side of me,
I got you. Alter ego.
you know it.
So, you know, you and Dennis was chopping it up earlier. Well, we'll get to that later. But so getting to high school, man, high school sports. What were you into, man? Were you into wrestling in high school?
Actually, no, I wasn't. You know, I knew of it, but like I said, I always tried to play basketball and football, you know what I'm saying? But it didn't pan out so much, so I just had to be different, you know? I ain't even gonna lie, I actually dropped out of school, you know, because it wasn't for me, but I had enough tenacity to go back to Job Corps, you know, and I actually graduated faster than my class.
That's what it is. I dropped out too, bro. I dropped out too. So cats don't know that I didn't drop out. I got kicked out. You know,
Right. That's the difference.
I got dropped out.
It's
I got expulsion. You know, I was there thinking as you was talking, man, on playing ball. Like I used to watch y'all kids. Yeah, you probably was watching me put that work in back in the day. What?
I mean,
out there in the hood,
I'm not gonna toot your horn too much,
Nah,
but
man.
I saw you do your thing.
Yeah, I
You
put
know,
that
you had
work
a
in.
nice little fadeaway.
Yeah.
You had a nice little
Good
fade.
twisted. I put
Trash.
that- Hey, bro, I
Was
put
it
that
trash?
work. I gave you that work. So.
Hey, I can't say nothing to you. I was there, yo. Like, yo, he had a little
Validated.
fade.
Validated.
Yeah, he had a
youngest.
little fade on.
And
I
everything,
can't say
huh?
nothing. I can't say too much.
Oh, we'll just get back on script though, because he
Trash.
ready to start his
He
hater.
ready to start his
He
shit.
ready to start being a hater. Malcolm Farrakhan over there, but yeah, back to back to you, Trey, man.
Okay.
So in this wrestling thing, bro, like, you know what I mean, what's your journey? Tell us about your journey. And you and D was talking a little bit, but we'll get to that in a little bit because I'm gonna let D elaborate on that. You know, the facts or fictions of it, but tell us about your journey, how you got, you know what I mean, from A to B, or A to Z, I should say, A to Z. Tell us your journey, bro.
I've always been a fan. Everybody who knew me growing up, you know what I'm saying, you can ask my cousins, you can ask our friends, associates, anybody who ever knew me always knew I was a fan of pro wrestling. Like, no matter what I did, you know what I'm saying, like, I would always take time out, you know, to watch pro wrestling. You know, and like I said, like, you always seen it on TV, but I never seen it locally.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then one day, like, I was probably in my early 20s when I seen it. You know what I'm saying? Me and my brother Took. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Took. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out Took.
Love you
Salute.
big, love you big. You know what I'm saying? Like, I seen the flyer and I said, yo, like, let's go to this show. So we went to the show, and don't get me wrong, it's not WWE. You know what I'm saying? Any of them big companies you see on TV, but you get that feeling, you know what I'm saying? It's like going to a high school basketball game, you know what I mean? Like, you remember back in the day when Cecil used to play tech, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like
when
that.
When it was real.
Yeah, when basketball was real back then, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And it was like...
No disrespect, youngins, but when it was real,
it was some ballers on the court. That's all I'm gonna say, it was some ballers on the court.
Cats know what we talking about.
You know what I'm saying? And then like it was that feeling, you know what I'm saying? That intensity, that hype, that anticipation. You know what I'm saying? And I'll never forget it. God rest his soul. I love you to death, big bro. But when I seen Jamin Pugh and his brother walk out there, you know what I'm saying? And I heard where he was from.
Briscoes.
Right. And I heard where he was from. You know what I'm saying? Like Sandy Fort. You know what I'm saying? Along Delaware. I said, well, shit, that's right next to me. I'm right in Seaford. You know what I'm saying? And just so happened by chance, I'll never forget it. There was cutting grass in Laurel somewhere. I think it was behind West 8th Street in Laurel. And I just happened to walk back there, and like they spoke, you know what I'm saying? And I spoke to them or whatever, and it was like I just started chopping them. I said, man, I know who you guys are. And they were like, oh yeah, and boom, you know what I'm saying? Like we just started talking about wrestling and stuff like that. So then they invited me out to their farm. You know what I'm saying? Where they had a ring set up, you know what I'm saying, and all that stuff. So I used to go to local shows with them, you know what I'm saying, local indie shows like in Baltimore, you know what I'm saying, New York, stuff like that. Just go to indie shows just to get a feel of what wrestling was like.
I'm learning something.
You know what I'm saying? And then one night, you know what I'm saying, like we came back from a show and we was in a ring. We were just sitting around the ring just talking. So we stood up in the ring, you know what I'm saying, like we were saying our goodbyes or whatever. So then Jay grabbed me, you know what I'm saying, and body slammed me. like legit body slammed me.
Okay.
Like when I like
you say you gonna do to me.
Man, exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, like legit body slam. I wasn't ready for it or nothing. You know what I'm saying? And yo, and like when you see him, like you be like, okay, he a nice size, but like when I say this MF's country strong, he was country strong.
Right.
So he slammed me on the mat. I mean, pardon my friends, but knocked the shit out of me. You know what I'm saying? Like legit. I mean, like I was like all the air left my body. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, "Are you sure this is something you want to do?"
Let's see what you wanted.
And like in my head, something went off. I was like, "Damn right, I can do it." Okay. So we started training. You know what I mean? Started training with him and stuff like that. It was me, a guy named Daryl Matt, and a guy named Tyler Hastings.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We used to always call ourselves Class 1.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like us three was out there training with them, you know what I'm saying? Like learning the ins and outs. But like their career took off. When I say their career took off, they took off. So they didn't have time to really train us anymore like that.
I got you.
So I'm meanwhile, like everything I learned from them, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm mentally still, like basically muscle memory.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then just so happened, the girl I was dating at that time knew a friend who knew the promoter of 1CW Pro Wrestling around here. Big Outs, Sharon Hardy, Big Outs.
Respect.
He seen me, he invited me, like I talked to him on the phone or whatever, had a little interview, so he invited me to where they were training at in Milford. So I gets up there, it's like 10, 11 guys up there training. You know what I'm saying? At first I'm a little nervous, you know what I mean? And I'm like, oh shit, like I'm really getting ready, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm really ready to show this man what I learned so far.
Right.
So we get in the ring, so he gets me in the ring, I'm stretching or whatever. So he was like, run the ropes for me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm running the ropes, boom, 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 boom.
Which running the ropes? Like you hitting the ropes?
Yeah, running the ropes, running the ropes,
Four
it's
corners,
basically-
okay.
You just running ropes, just running, you know what I'm saying? Testing your cardio, you know what I'm saying? And like, in a 16 by 16 or 18 by, it's certain steps that you gotta take to get across the ring. Motherfucker, you really shouldn't run across the 16 by 16 in 3 or 4 steps.
School the youngest,
You know what
Trey.
I'm saying?
School the youngest that might want to be
if-
wrestling.
If your stride right now, you
Game.
should hit it in 2.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm hitting the mat, boom, boom, boom. He said, okay, cool. You know what I mean? Like I'm impressing him without him actually telling me, you know what I'm saying, that I'm impressing him and shit. So we sitting there, so he's like, okay, so now I want you to do drop down leapfrog. Now drop down is basically when you just drop down to the mat and you see somebody just run over you.
Right.
But the leapfrog, you
It's
gotta
on top of when
you
they come
gotta
back.
hop, you gotta hop back up and
Right.
then jump up over. You know
I
what
got
I'm saying?
you.
So
Like when you spread your legs and jump over. All right, cool.
So we're running the ropes. Next thing you know, they said, boom, drop down leapfrog. I dropped down, and then I stood up and did the leapfrog. When I did the leapfrog, evidently I must have got so high, he was like, holy shit.
Right.
Like legit, like I swear to God, he was like, holy shit, you know what I'm saying? And then I came down, he was like, stop.
seen enough.
Yeah, he seen enough.
He's
He was like,
impressed.
I really want you, blah, 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 blah. So I said, okay. So then we talked over, of course it's school, so you gotta pay
Right.
tuition.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, he gave me a reasonable rate. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay. Came home that night, sitting there talking to my girl about it, talking to my mom.
Man, niggas paid for wrestling training. So you telling me?
Yeah, I mean, it's just like any other training.
Right,
you know what I'm
right.
saying? Like it's like vocational school.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we sitting there, I'm talking to them like, yo, it's something I really want to do. You know what I mean? So I figured out a way to put it into my work schedule. You know what I'm saying? And I made it work.
Right.
And like, I probably trained for about 6 months before I had my first match.
How long you been wrestling, bro? Like,
Man, for probably about damn near 10 years now.
wow. So 10 years.
Yeah,
So
man.
what has your journey been on? And not to cut you off, but I'm interested to hear your journey. And I know some of it, the end of it, the back end. You know what I mean? But like, what was your journey, man? Like, it's always a journey coming in to any sport, any game. You know what I'm saying? Bottom level, middle tier.
Oh,
to
man.
upper tier.
I mean,
You get bonus.
Yeah, I had a humble journey. You know what I'm saying? I seen times where like a real rap man would ride to Pennsylvania or Virginia, whatever, probably make like $10. Just starting out. You know what I'm saying?
$10, bro.
$10, ladies and gentlemen. $10.
So that means so it's safe to say you had a job while you was doing all this.
Yes. I mean, I'm not no dummy. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like a bird in the hand worth two in the bush.
No question.
You know what I'm saying? So.
Right.
I mean, it didn't really bother me because, like I said, I wasn't really worried about the income, but it's just a simple fact. You know what I'm saying? I get to get in the ring.
Right. Your love, your passion for it.
Exactly.
It ain't work when you got passion.
Right, but like my very first show. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if anybody knows wrestling, but King Kong Bundy and J.J. Dillon, the manager of the Four Horsemen, like they called my first wrestling match.
Okay. King Kong Bundy used to wrestle himself.
Right, exactly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and J.J. Dillon, he managed Ric Flair.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He managed the Four Horsemen. You can't get no heavier than that.
Right.
Lex Luger.
Exactly.
Arn Anderson.
Yeah. Tully Blanchard.
Know a little
you know
bit
what I'm
about
saying?
it.
Like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like those dudes,
Flair.
those dudes called my first match.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, of course, like after my match, or whatever, they came back and talked to us, and I knew I had it when he said, if I didn't know that was your first match, I wouldn't be able to tell. But the only way he knew that it was my first match, because the wrestling trunks I was wearing was too damn big.
Wow. Yeah. So you was a little great. But like I said, man, like it's something we don't get a chance to talk about. Like I really honestly, I don't know about you, D, but I thought you was ready to tell me that you wrestled in high school and you know what I'm saying, and tell me a whole different story. Like the journey's the journey. So like we always say, we chop it up in the shop sometime, bro. Like, you can take the elevator, you can take the stairs. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
So this definitely is a start from the bottom story.
A stairway story.
Yeah, it's about
a stairway
start
story.
from the bottom, and that's what it's about. D, so we're gonna get into some questions. I know D had some questions earlier.
Don't
you know
let
what I'm
me
saying?
not crazy.
Yeah, he's a hater.
Don't ask me not crazy.
Yeah,
Don't ask me not crazy.
I mean, you're a hater.
Yeah,
he has some questions about the validity of wrestling, and he don't believe nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? This dude's an avid hater. He's the avid hater on the show, so I'm gonna let him get into his hate session real quick with you. You know what I mean? That's for a second before you start telling us your accolades and what you got to accomplish.
There's always one.
Yeah.
There's always one.
Oh man.
Yeah, get into it.
Oh, here we go.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
What's up, man?
Say.
What's up, man?
Let's hear it.
Yo, he's shuffling through these cards too, ladies and gentlemen. Like it's like he's trying to find the most ignorant question.
Controversy.
Is wrestling real?
Yes, it's real.
So the chairs are not fake.
Can you just really ask me was a chair fake?
Man,
Yeah, and also the tables that they get slammed on. I don't think they're real.
To whomever watching this, can you please send Mr. Smack a link to where I can buy a fake chair and a fake table?
www.buyafakechair.
Fakechair.com.
Fakechair.com. I got it right here. Right.
Yeah, I'll let you get one more.
Maybe you should let him. Maybe you should put one of them fake chairs on his back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, maybe I should push him to sleep real quick.
Then so you tap out 1, 2, 3, and you gotta let me go, right?
No, I ain't gotta let you go.
Ain't that part of wrestling?
If I don't want it to be.
Uh-oh.
Let's say I don't like you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm leave it at that.
Yeah, and I don't do this. Don't the referee tell you let me go?
You can tell me what you want to tell me.
Don't you get disqualified? I win.
So,
Yeah, see, sometimes it ain't about it's not about the win of that evening. If I'm right or wrong, it's not about the win of that evening. It's about the impact, the point that you made.
When the last time you wrestled?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Hey, listen, let me tell you something.
Ain't got
Hold
anything
on. Let me look, see, Trey can help you out with this right here. Listen, that's why he's laughing, right? Listen, bro, that's what I'm telling you.
What? I got. Go ahead. I
The
ain't gonna
man
say that.
asked me, listen,
Let me ask you a
bro,
question. When the last
listen,
time you got your ass whooped
listen,
in wrestling?
I'm gonna tell you, with period, probably, I probably was 13, I think the last time my dad beat me. Yeah, I probably was 13 the last time, cause that's the last beat that I took, bro, from my pop.
How much can I pay you to slam his ass?
Hey, bro, like, listen, that's what I'm telling
I
you.
want to slam that.
Like, I never ever,
They
listen,
don't want a
that's what I'm
fake ass
saying.
cheer.
For real, D. Like,
Yeah.
when it come to, like, cats used to ask me why would I wrestle, bro. Like, I ain't built for it, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, dude get me in the fireman's carry, bro, Cobra clutch and all that, bro. Wrestling over with. You know what I mean? So I'm more sure it takes, like, poise and professionalism, bro. Cause, like,
To do it.
yeah, cause man, ain't nobody putting their hand, I just can't do it. You know what I mean?
Just like, and I always tell people this when it comes to pro wrestling, like, when you walk through that curtain, you know what I'm saying? When your music hits and you walk through that curtain,
Right. The German.
man, that's all I can tell you, man. It's just like running out for a basketball game when you run into that gym. You know what I'm saying?
And I was going to go put that work in.
You know what I'm saying?
I
It's
got
like
He don't know about that. He
Bum
don't know about that. I remember I go put that work in. He don't know about that. Yo. He don't know about that too.
Gotta be militant, yo. Gotta be militant.
Oh, okay.
Gotta be
We
militant.
can help him out. No. We gonna get like what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna help you out. Seriously, I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna put it in a manner where he can understand it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like when you go to your trunk, then you put on that polo. We ready to go in those office buildings. You know what I mean? Up there in those
that
corporate
yellow-
office.
that
When you
yellow-
put a yellow polo on, you go get your glasses out, put them on before you go in the buildings and do them service.
Khaki.
That's the feeling that we get,
Sharp.
man. You know, that's the feeling we get when you guys are sharp, creasy, and khaki.
Right, exactly. Khaki is sharp.
Yeah, that's the feeling we get, man, when I was about to put that work in on the court, you know what I'm saying, or a football field or something.
Right, exactly.
So I understand where you're coming from, bro. But get back in, you go and get back into it. You know what I mean? This dude, he
Yeah,
don't
this
understand.
guy doesn't.
Yeah, like,
Let me ask you a question. I don't know what this
No,
guy's
he
talking
said
about.
once he showed me a fake chair and a fake table, then me and
Right.
him could talk.
WWE Fake Wrestling.
But anyway, like I said,
props.com.
it's a feeling you get. It's a feeling you get.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? That you really can't even describe. You know what I'm saying? I mean, smack. Think about it like this.
Sure.
Think about it like this. All the local athletes that I know around here has done it in basketball, baseball, football, soccer, blah 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 blah. Only me and a handful of people are doing it in wrestling.
No question.
I mean, no.
You only kid I know.
I mean, like this. I mean, just to be in an elite class, you know what I'm saying, but still be mentioned among those greats. You know what I'm saying, from the Matthews to the Smacks to the Pokes. You know what I'm saying, the Majors, you know, the Palmers, like everybody. Just to be mentioned among those greats. You know what I'm saying, but in a different sport.
No question.
You know what I'm
In
saying?
your own right.
Right,
You know
in
what
my
I mean? Take your
own
path.
lane. You know what I'm
I dig
saying,
it.
in my own lane. You know what I'm saying? And like, to me, that's an honor.
Well, really, you paving ground for the youngest, man, because of course, I wouldn't consider myself. I don't know. Maybe some I would consider myself, but I know I'll say this much. I'm a pretty well-known cat around the hood. I would consider myself a legend. Maybe some, you know what I mean? I wouldn't, but maybe some would. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? But it's other people that's done the things that are saying paths. The barber and the basketball, whatever, what have you, everything. I mean, of course, I done paved the way and made some new avenues and some things, but like you making your own lane, bro. You feel me? Like so, and that's respect in itself. You know what I'm saying? Because for real, I ain't gonna lie to you. Like when I was a kid, I used to like to wrestle. I used to like punish people though. You know what I'm saying? So I thought like the whole wrestling thing, I was into it because I thought it was funny, man. I just like to see people get hurt, man.
Right.
It sounds crazy, but I like to see people get hurt.
So when they
bro.
put you in the chicken wing like this shit,
What nobody put me in the chicken
Put
wing?
your hands
That's
in the
the
chicken
thing.
wing, motherfucker.
Then you
Done
gotta-
like this.
What I'm gonna do? Put my hands up, let a nigga put me in the chicken wing? Nah,
That's
bro.
what they did.
Nah, man.
That ain't how I go, but
So-
you know what I mean? Like I know you got some accomplishments, man, and you know what I'm saying, not just won some matches, but as far as give us some of your accolades, man, you know, as far as what you if you had any title matches or you know, tag team, what you get into.
Just this past weekend, me and my boy Tiberius, shout out Reality Era, we just won the ESPW tag team titles, you know what I mean, down in Virginia. I mean, former heavyweight champion.
Put that work in.
Former Fight Live champion. Man, I did well for myself.
Right.
So where can they see you? Like where can people see you? Like on is it TV? How would they go along for us buying tickets?
I mean,
What's your platforms?
starting May 20th, you know what I'm saying, like One CW Pro Wrestling, they're having a show in Houston, Delaware at the fire department, which will be TV taping. And from that point forward, you can start seeing us on the Delmar Sports Network every Saturday at 10 a.m. See myself, you know, and your other local athletes. And you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, One CW Pro Wrestling. You know, like I said, it's family fun, family orientated. It's a little something for everybody, and it's something you can believe in.
No question. I still want to put together, you know, we spoke about doing something, man. If we can get something together with your promotion and the founder of y'all's, I guess, organization, man. I still want to do that outside match for these kids and for the community at some point, bro.
That's the one thing about One CW. You know what I'm saying? Like once again, shout out to my man Sean Hardy. You know what I'm saying? Like him, Mr. Carlson, Sean Carlson. Like they're for the community.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like we don't, other than putting on shows in Houston and stuff like that, man. We did numerous community shows and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Just to raise money for kids. You know,
Right.
Football teams, like man, we do a little bit of everything.
All right. I like to bring something, you know, because a lot of times, man, you know, and don't get twisted, you know what I'm saying? Like, we here for everybody, but a lot of times the kids in the hood, man, you know, some of these kids, man, never ever get a chance. Even when it comes to Salisbury, you know, the Civic Center, it's kind of weird, man. We got that big facility down there, but we don't have a lot of things done locally. It has to be a big organization to come in and bring something into it or whatever. And maybe that'd be the people don't get behind it or promote it. You know, we had the Boxing Cats, Guerrero Brothers and all that back in. But I feel as though that we should be able, or y'all should be able to, you know, in the community come together, man, and pull something off major, man, and put you on the big stage and do what you do. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Real talk. Like,
Wow,
you know me, I'm always about taking it to the
Right,
extreme.
right,
You feel
to the
me?
extreme,
We're gonna
yeah.
take it as far as we can go with it, man, because I done seen your work, you know what I mean? So you got the talent. And that's the thing. You know, we have the talent, but what we need with the talent is the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes we have to create opportunities where opportunities not, you know, this ain't no real heavy baking ground for the sport of wrestling. You know what I mean? Y'all breaking ground, so, but that's a great thing though. That's a good thing.
Yeah,
So-
plus it's also something different. You know what I mean? Just like I always tell people, I'm just an ordinary guy that just get to be blessed to do extraordinary things.
Right, no question.
You know what I'm saying? And I always tell people, it's a kid somewhere in an apartment complex, trailer park, walking down the road.
Right,
Hell, even hanging on the corner.
right, no
You know what I'm
question.
saying? That conversation come up, yo, what you want to do? What you want to be? I want to be this. I want to be that. I want to be this. Well, I want to do this. And it's always that one person. You're like, no, you talking crazy. You know what I'm saying? You ain't going blah 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 blah. You ain't.
The hater. Right. It's always the hater.
But that not even being funny. But that kid was me.
Right.
You know what
I
I'm
got you.
saying? Yo, I'm gonna be a pro wrestler. Yo, I remember talking. I was man like, I love wrestling so much, Smack man. Like even my girlfriend knew. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
Like people, even the women I was dating knew how much I love wrestling.
You put them on the back burner when that wrestling come on.
I mean, to
To a degree.
and no, it's not to a degree. Like man,
Period.
I done made a lot of sacrifices.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I done missed family functions. You know what I'm saying? I missed stuff from my kids. I even lost a few relationships because of pro wrestling.
Sheesh. So what would you tell the kid, what would you
Kid
tell
trying
the
to get
kid,
into it.
yeah, that's
Trying
trying
to
to
get
get
into
a
wrestling.
wrestler, man? You know, serious,
trying-
man. Speak to him.
If you're serious about getting into pro wrestling, first and foremost, have your priorities in check. You know what I'm saying? Because once you get in, you're gonna have to sacrifice time and dedication. And if you're not willing to sacrifice time and dedication, don't even waste your time.
Big ups, man. So, you know, for the kid that got a dream out there, man, matter of fact, dream to do anything. You know, I always say, man, and you know, my guy here to tell you, you know what I'm saying, I'm always here. I'm always here, man, for the dreamer. Because without a dream, without a purpose, you know what I mean? And for real, a lot of times, you know, we discount, you know, what we do. I always tell them, you know what I mean? And real talk, you know, even my man D here, what we do, man, is you know, men of color, young men, for everything we do out here is important, man. That you know what I'm saying, that they ain't killing each other, that they ain't getting into some weird stuff, man, that they ain't hating, and we upbuilding, uplifting, man. Everything is important. So a lot of times we don't understand our purpose, man. If his purpose is just to inspire somebody to live their dream, that's what it is. If my purpose is to inspire somebody, you know, even if we don't make it to so-called this is the big stage, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
To me, so,
yeah, exactly.
you know, it's very important what he's done, what he's accomplished, what he's doing, man, and we here tonight to give my brother his flowers, man, so I salute you.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
I salute you. Appreciate you coming, and that.
Even I even get
The
love
hater.
from the hater,
Yeah, love from the hater,
yo. I
man.
must be doing
Like,
something right when I get
the
love from the
The
hater.
hater say he don't think Russ is
Yo,
real, man.
yo, I must be doing something right.
But I
yo.
tell you what, though, what we can do, though, what we might can do, Trey, bro, we might can set up a little exhibition match, man. Let D put a little wrestler suit on, let D put it on right.
I'll whip his ass.
and let D get some work and see if it's real. You feel me?
Y'all don't even believe that.
I'm gonna hit that motherfucker with a
Get
fake
some
ass
work,
chair.
man.
Y'all hear this right? Here we
Bang
go.
him across
Here
with
we
a fake
go.
ass chair.
Damn, here we go. Here we go.
Yeah, this dude crazy, but yeah. But on a serious note, man, we like to conclude this night's episode, man. I'd like to thank, you know what I mean, Mr. Belly, aka Bad Banks, you know what I mean,
Right.
and
Watch
Dennis
him.
for being here. You know what I mean. Keep your eyes on it, man. You know what I'm saying. And for real, I'm gonna try my best. You know, I'm 100% supportive, man. If we gotta promote some shows, and you know what I mean, if that's feasible with his contract, whatever we're doing, we don't know the details, man. If we gotta, you know what I mean, promote him and help me, man, we here for him, bro.
Hey, let them know when your next match is.
Yeah.
By the way, for all you guys and gals out there listening, you can come to Houston, Delaware at the fire department May 20th. You know, come see me, come see all your local stars. You know, and just come have fun with your family. Even if you come by yourself, just come have fun. You know, enjoy some local wrestling.
Yeah, I done called a match, man. You'll definitely be entertained. I went to one of his joints, man. What's the seen him punish somebody? You know, man, I like to see people get hurt, like I said. I mean, no, yeah, it's the truth. I like to see people get hurt, man.
I'm
It's
going to
funny.
see that. I'm going to see it too to see if it's fake.
Yeah, so what's the ticket? What's the ticket price, man?
Man, like general admission normally, I like to say, I think it's $20. General
It's
admission,
not
and then
bad,
like
it's good.
VIP, you know what I'm saying, extra and stuff like that. So
Matter of fact, what we might do, man, we might get together, you know what I'm saying? I can speak for myself. Might get together, man, pay for like 5 kids to
yeah,
go
we
or
can do
something.
that. We can
You
do
know what I'm
that.
saying?
Yeah, we can do
Yeah,
that.
get some
Yeah,
kids
yeah,
that,
we can do that.
never been to a match and get them out there, man. So,
Right. Yeah, we can do that. You know what I mean? Then take it from there and just start letting it grow.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I have a couple parents chaperone, you know what I'm saying?
That's
But
what
like
it
I
is,
said,
bro.
it's family oriented, so
Yeah.
it ain't
That's
like
good
you
idea.
it ain't like you gotta be there, you know what I mean, cover your kids' eyes or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Yo, it's a little bit for everything.
Yeah.
And hell, and I always tell people, you get into it more, especially when you know somebody that do it.
Right. And you be surprised, man. Some adults there that really be into it. Some cats I know, bro. I was like, these dudes was trip, like they be in. I mean,
In
bro,
it.
they be in it,
They
bro.
don't do midget wrestling.
This nigga,
We don't
bitch, you want to see some midget wrestlers and
Yeah,
something,
like,
bro? Like,
we don't
got
midget
midget fetish
wrestling.
or something.
We don't have midget
Bro.
wrestling. We don't have
They
midget
got
wrestling,
midget
but there
fetish.
is a midget wrestling
Okay.
company.
Okay.
Okay.
They, you know, so like I said, pro wrestling, it's funny because like I said, pro wrestling, you got a little something for everybody.
And I got a message, man. You know, for you know what I mean, a little, and don't get it twisted, man. It ain't like we not on here flexing, man. But you know, think about it, bro. Like $100 is light, bro. $100 is light, man. You get 5 kids out to a
5
wrestling
kids,
match
yeah.
for $100, man. That change the perspective of their life, or you maybe even change, maybe just getting that time out, man. Give them something to do that they ain't did, man.
Something
And
to
bring
see.
joy to them, right? Something to
Yeah.
see. differently, man. So we spend $100, man, on whatever, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? So, really check yourself, man. Think about it. Like some kids in the hood, man, that may need shirts, clothes, shorts, man. $100 ain't nothing, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's my message, man, to the neighborhoods. We gotta start thinking a little differently, bro, because we'll throw $100 away over on a meal, and some kids ain't even eating. You feel me?
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
but anyway, that's another thing. But we really get into that thing. So we put some things together. But we like to, I don't know, D, you want to close the show out, or you want me to close it out tonight? As we already conclude
We can close it out.
tonight's episode. Tonight's episode started from the bottom, 302. We had a special guest on here, pro wrestler, man, Bad Banks. Thank you for coming, brother,
Thank you
again.
for having
No
me.
question.
Thank you for having me.
Hey, yo, come out, go out there and see him, man, in Houston, Delaware. What was the date again?
May 20th. May 20th. Come to Houston, Delaware, man. Bring your family, yo. Just come let your hair down. Come cheer. Come boo. Just come have a good time. That's all. That's all we trying to do.
Started from the bottom, 302, the podcast. You know the vibe.
Yeah.
Peace.
We out.